so we're here at the very end of the bolt-on wealth strategy series, and today we're going to be discussing the different costly mistakes that can happen if you don't watch out, because there are some crocodiles in these rivers if you go down this strategy path. So I want to make sure you are fully aware before you do anything with this strategy, to be honest, because while it's exciting and can lead to fast growth is more of a common killer of entrepreneurs than most people think. So it pays to understand what kind of dangers are in these waters. So with that said, you got it. Hard transition to Past Greg. The first is buying a business you don't understand. Just don't do it. Don't buy a business you don't understand, whether it's the business model, the marketing function, or whatever. At least know the basics, because knowing the basics will allow you to hire an expert. Like, let's say you bought a business that primary traffic source is Facebook ads. You know absolutely nothing about Facebook ads. It's going to be very hard for you to hire someone who's good at it because you don't speak the lingo. You don't know the basic principles of how it works. So always buy a business that you have at least a basic understanding in, preferably at least an intermediate understanding. Now, I don't say expert because most of the time you probably won't be an expert in the business model, and that's okay. You can learn as long as you have a foundation that can work, that allows you to explore and grow. That's okay. So don't buy a business you don't completely understand. The other one is asking, is this worthwhile? You know, if you're running an eight-figure business, multiple eight-figure business, it doesn't really make sense to buy a $50,000 website for the bolt-on strategy. It's just not going to move the needle. It's going to be a real pain in the butt, to be honest, and it's just not going to be worth your time. So if you're going to do this strategy, make sure it is actually worthwhile in terms of traffic and revenue of what it can mean for your business. For example, we bought a content site that is small, that could send us small deals to us when we're really trying to sell 7- and 8-figure deals. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, you can try it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to get your feet wet with this a little bit, then yeah, that's okay, right? But you should be buying mainly things that are on target to make a meaningful impact to your business. That brings me to the next thing. Is it relevant? Don't buy an irrelevant business, because that is not going to help you. It's going to be even a bigger pain in the butt to try to figure out how you can make it work. Like if you were selling snowboards and you decided to buy a content site about rain boots, well, those two things are fairly not related, right? Like, how are we gonna mix this content site with my snowboarding gear business, right? Maybe if I had a more outdoor brand, like a whole general holistic outdoor brand, that can work and make sense. But if I'm just selling snowboards and snow boots, then selling rain boots might not make total sense. Now, there is a bit of crossover in boots, I guess, but don't make the job harder than it has to be. Buy something that is super, super relevant in an obvious way where the synergy just completely stands out to your creativity of what to do next. Next is sustainability. Is the business able to run on itself, where it is making all the money it needs to continue growing, whether you help it or not? Now, at the low end, I talked about buying no revenue businesses, and that's okay. But I highly recommend buying businesses with revenue instead of no revenue for a few reasons. One is sustainable, so even if you don't have enough time to necessarily integrate it right away to your business, it can still be producing dividends for you. And two is a lot more motivating buying a business that already makes money versus one that doesn't make anything at all, right? When you see your cash flow increase, even if it's a tiny bit, that's always going to be more motivating, and that might serve you better in the long run for that reason. Another mistake people make is focusing too much on the two things I told you to focus on, which is audience and profit. Sometimes there are value that the bolt-on acquisition can help you with outside of those two things. So look for ways that the business can add value to your business in other ways. For example, the R&D example I gave, where a content site can act as profitable research and development for you on the next e-commerce product you want to launch. So there's often these hard and soft powers in everything we do in business. And this example, the bolt-on wealth strategy, is no different. Look for things outside of audience and profit that your business can benefit from. This could be patents, trademarks, technology, even acqui-hires. Maybe that's the whole reason why you acquire a business. It's something Facebook and Google do all the time, is to hire talented engineers that they couldn't get otherwise. So there's all sorts of soft power that you can look for too. So keep an eye out on that. If you want to know more about these costly mistakes that can happen when you're doing a bolt-on wealth kind of strategy, definitely check out my video, link below, of the 4 fundamentals of buying an online business. It's going to cover the basics, but they're very, very, very important if you want to do this strategy. And there you have it. That's the bolt-on wealth strategy. It's extremely powerful. If you're excited about it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave me a comment, listen to this video 50 times. You can do it on silent. I appreciate it for the engagement. And also, if you want help to do this, well, we can do that for you too. Just go down in the link down below or in the description down below and register for a free Empire Flippers account. We're happy to help you. We can set up a free criteria discovery call. Absolutely no pressure. We're not that kind of brokerage, and we can help you come up with a plan, with an acquisition plan that actually makes sense with both where you're at skill-wise and also capital-wise. So with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.